We have breaking news, everybody. Let everybody come over here. Breaking news. Again, I'm just going to give this a few seconds for everybody to head over here. I'm going to share the link on our X account so that people over there will be able to join us. We got terrible news about the former president. All right, look at that. I'm actually social media competent for once. The tweet has gone out. You have breaking news. If you go to the homepage of CNN or any other news network, you'll see that Biden has been diagnosed with a quote aggressive form of prostate cancer. And the former president's office says the cancer has metastasized to his bones. For people who know about cancer, usually when it reaches the point where it's metastasized to your bones and surrounding organs, usually you don't have that long. So let the numbers get way big here. This is international breaking news. Of course, further vindication of the truthers and journalists who said that Biden's health was not strong enough. And that's, of course, why the DNC moved their support to Kamala. Vindication for all those people. Had Biden been elected, this would be a national crisis right now. Instead, it's just a sad news story. And we're all, rooting for the former president. I didn't like him. But this just goes to show you what I was saying in the last couple of streams about how short life is. And we all bite the dust, right? So I'd rather see my enemies stick around for a long time. I'll be sad whenever John Podesta, whenever he passes away, I'll be sad too, in a sense. I want that guy to live for a long time and be completely invalidated by the new systems like Bitcoin, which, by the way, has had quite a Sunday. Right? It briefly ripped above $105,000, and then it's come down a little bit. We're at what, $104,490 at the moment. Still pretty strong showing on a Sunday. Yeah, Joe Biden was just a kid. What a tragedy. He was just a child. Poor young age of 82. Yep. Now life comes at you fast. And fortunately, the Grim Reaper gets us all. Nobody, doesn't matter how much power or money you have, nobody escapes the Reaper forever. I'm never going to do another live stream here again if we don't get the numbers up significantly, right? Because this is breaking news that people are searching for. Probably half the internet is searching for Biden cancer. So whatever third worlder at Google has decided to suppress our stream today, you can go ahead and give me full reach. This is obviously, I can't think of bigger breaking news. And that's a good question, Rusty. Real good question. The troll box. I'll pour a drink to Joe Biden's honor. I'll drink with you guys, 100%. But let's get the numbers up. And again, whatever loser at Google is not honoring the Clearwater's notice that I got from them back in January, you can go ahead and open up my reach again. It's okay. I won't talk about Luciferian human traffickers. It's 100% okay. Open up my reach. I'll be right back. I'm going to sip on a beer instead. I think Bloody Mary, it's a little too early in the day for that. That's like a late night drink for me, if at all. Should we start another live stream? Will you guys come back here? I think for some reason this one just didn't hit. I don't understand. Or should I keep going for a long time? Maybe I'll do that. I don't understand why something this big, like again, half the internet is searching for Biden cancer. So I'm either super suppressed still. There's either someone out there who still doesn't really like who I am. It's unfortunate. Aggressive prostate cancer is never a good outcome from what I've seen. Correct. Yeah, it's one you usually don't run away from that one. It's what got Steve Jobs was prostate cancer. It's a high mortality cancer type. So yeah, again, bit $104,000 and change. Incredible, absolutely incredible outcome that I spent a third of my life promoting bit and learning about bit and doing journalism about bit. And now it came in. It's wild. And that's the only reason why I'm doing these streams is I find it egregious. I find it fucking disgusting that people are making money on Twitter and Facebook with engagement farming posts about how I'm penniless and was discredited by fake scandal Pizzagate. No, hold on a second. Listen to what Kash Patel, the FBI director, said earlier today. I believe it was a Fox News interview. Listen to that one closely about how they're going to go to any lengths to go after child predators, even people in politics, even people very high up. That's what I want to hear. And that's what we did here earlier today. So that's good to hear. I'm happy to hear that, Miss Williams. She saw the link pop up right away. But whether it's 15 people watching or 15 million, I'm being present with my audience and we're discussing breaking news. And so I've done my part. This is my part is I'm present. I'm being my best possible self. So when people say, "Where'd he go? Where is he? Where is he?" These weird leftists on Twitter, "Where is he? He's penniless. Where is he?" It's like, can you do a Google search and the top result is my YouTube channel? Are you really that ignorant? Are you really that dishonest? Do I literally need to layer the nation with a nationwide ad campaign just to steer people to my podcast so that goes away? Well, I did that. I bought some ads today. Um, Whatever is happening, I don't like it. I think it should be a way better experience at this point in my life. And the media side, I mean, everything else is good. The media side, it's like someone's working real hard to try to keep me on the fringes. We're done with the fringes. I feel like I've fully explored the fringes, and I'm happy to re-enter the mainstream. And if Google wants to be the vessel for that, I fully am on board. Yep, former president, aggressive prostate cancer. So had he been the candidate and had he been elected, we would now be in a national crisis. But instead, it's just some bad news on a Sunday. Well, instead of you could share this. Why don't you share this stream instead of stressing that I don't have more numbers? Shouldn't that stress me out? Shouldn't it only embarrass me if the numbers aren't what I want? I want to let it ruin your day. And again, you can make a difference. You can post this link on Reddit and X and Facebook. Do an experiment and see, do the numbers go up when you actively send people here? Or are we just locked in this little range? Finally hung up my Romero Brito. That's real Brito. Cool. I'm not a huge art person, but every once in a while, just like some people get drunk and buy NFTs, Sometimes I'll be at an art gallery and I'll just be like, I need that one. Take it off the wall. That was the case with that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking for traction. I'm not looking for traction. I figured me doing a live stream when there's massive breaking news, like the former president rotting away from aggressive prostate cancer, I felt like that would that would give me something, you know. But I'm happy to hang out with you guys, whether it's 20 people or 20 million. I don't give a shit. I don't really care. I feel like we've already won. President is shoving our currency down the world's throat. I feel like we've legitimately already won. And by our currency, I don't mean the US dollar. But yeah, quick prayer for the former president. It's never good when somebody gets cancer, even if it's someone who was a senile clown half the time. And a slow downer of Bitcoin. I'm going to start using George Bush style words. He was a slow downer, you know? What's the opposite of an accelerationist? That's what he was. Yeah, the numbers issue, though, I'm a little stumped for sure. Maybe the world just doesn't care about me anymore. But at least say that. At least be honest then, you fucking engagement farmers out there. At least be honest and say, although vastly wealthy and vindicated, and the thing he spent a third of his life working on has come in and is now the fifth largest asset on planet Earth. Instead of being honest about it, saying, however, his original audience has moved on, and with other responsibilities, he has chosen a quiet life. Wouldn't that make a little more sense than penniless and under a bridge, this former Joe Rogan guest? It's like, no, just settle down. Yeah, very low 5-year survival prognosis on prostate cancer, I would say for sure, right? Aren't you the doctor? I thought you were a doctor. Maybe I'm confusing you with other person who shares your name. But yeah, I'd say Biden's odds are not good. It's my non-professional opinion. So I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you prostate cancer is one of the bad ones. It's one of the bad ones, folks. I think a lot of life is just doing your best. You got to always do your best. And you got to be good. And the reason why is if you're a rotten person, the universe eventually gets you, not necessarily another person or an agency or law enforcement. If you're just a genuinely rotten person, it seems like chance eventually gets you. Uh, and you got to always do your best because you don't have that much time. You know, like none of us have much time. Look at Joe Biden. Instead of just bumbling away for the next few years, working on his presidential library and sleeping, doing the occasional interview with liberal media. Instead of that stuff, he's in the fast lane now. He's in the fast lane, folks. There'll be a bunch of very painful treatments, most likely. And he's not going to live for a long time, regardless. I mean, all that stuff can do is give you a runway. I don't think there's a cure for prostate cancer at this point. Yeah, today is going to be the first day of the rest of your lives. Exactly. Let the former president's prostate cancer diagnosis, let it be your Fight Club speech if you want, you know. Let this remind you. Let it be a memento mori. We don't have that long, none of us. Not Joe Biden, not me, not you. Yeah, John Podesta is still running marathons. Well, he locked in a good deal. I think he locked in a good deal with the fallen one. Nothing else fully makes sense at this point, right? Guys running marathons and it's just on top of the world. I'm gonna let this one go in a minute. Gonna head out. I think we've shown there's something wrong with the live stream notifications. Maybe I should create a new one. We'll just see. Like, there should be more than 20 people here. Right? This is big news. I'll be back in exactly 1 minute.